What's going on, people? Welcome to the LV Live show. I'm LV Live. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Once again, I want to thank all the new subscribers for coming by to my channel, man. Is truly, truly appreciated, right? Tough loss for them boys. A hard-fought game. 111-106 to the Pacers. Knicks still up 2-1 in the series. I hope Rick Carlisle is happy, right? I hope he's happy. Now, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live tonight. I hope Rick Carlisle is happy. His complaining, his whining, all the stuff he did, still didn't matter. His team almost lost today. Even Brunson not being his best, still hampered with that foot injury. Us not having OG Anunoby, needing a big effort from Burks. He was great tonight. I'm going to touch on that. Team still almost lost. They listen. They Nemhart, whatever his name is, he had to chuck a shot up and make it. I'll take those losses because pretty much we had the game in the bag. I'm gonna touch on the last shot. I thought, a couple of things with Brunson. I'm gonna talk on that. Touch on that. But all in all, I loved our effort tonight, man. I loved our effort in all aspects. Did the flamethrower come to play or what? Big tonight for him. Huge. Huge tonight for the flamethrower. 35 big points for him. He was ginormous. Someone used that word. Tonight for us. Clutch shots, big-time shots. But it's tough to win on the road in the playoffs. It really, really is. Gravity, man, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live tonight. And it's not going to be easy. This feels very eerily similar to what happened in Philly. Same type of deal. The Knicks had a chance to win that game, but you see how the refs are, right? Now, everyone's complaining about refs. Everyone's crying. Everyone's complaining. Refs don't call this. The refs don't call that. I mean, Brunson is getting just abused, man. He's getting beat on, grabbed. They're doing everything they can to try to stop this guy. Fouling as much as they can. The refs don't call it. And for me, I'll be honest with you, I'm okay with it. I'm like, all right, cool, let it rock. But don't cry and be sending reports out to the NBA officials and all this other stuff because 79 calls that should have been called. Nonsense. When you got to go out there and grab and hack and push and do everything to our superstar just so you could squeak out a victory by a guy that just chucked up a three. I'm not even mad. I'm not even upset at this game. I love the fight that we had. Very eerily similar to Philly. But the beauty is they got to do it again Sunday. And I think we'll be ready to go. If it all goes well on Sunday, I think we close this out in 5. I think we do. But great game altogether. Great to see Burks. Great to see him come off, but he's a pro, man. He's a pro. I mean, a lot of people are like, oh, wow, look at listen, he's a pro's pro, man. He's been in this league a long time. Right? One thing those guys can do, they know how to turn it on, turn it off. Same thing with Bogey, right? Bogey was able to pick it up and play really well before he went down. These guys have been playing ball. Listen, they've been in the league forever, man. The journeyman. They've been in here a long time, so they know how to make shots. I thought Burks was big. I thought Deuce was big. I thought it was a total team effort. I thought Precious was huge. I thought iHeart was big. Josh Hart. And I thought all those guys came together to help out Brunson. I thought Brunson had a tough night. They made it a point because Nemhart can't guard him, man. Brunson was getting wherever he wanted, but he was just missing tonight. He had an off night. It's okay for him to have an off night. As great as he is, he can have an off night. Even the great Michael Jordan had an off night. But the problem I have is call the fouls, man. And I'm okay with it being, a little physical. That's okay. But if it's an obvious, they're grabbing, they're bumping, they're doing all types of stuff. And I think that he deserves the superstar treatment. Finishing 5th in MVP voting, I think he deserves that. But he wasn't getting nothing. No calls, no anything. So Rick Carlisle got what he wanted. I thought all in all, They luckily got out of here with a win because they should have blown us out. But you see the love and the grit that this city feels for this team, just how gritty they are, how they dig deep, and how they really find ways to compete even when they're shorthanded. Guys like Precious Achua was big. Even we saw a sighting of Big Sims tonight, which I thought was great. And I love that Sibbs went down there and used them. I thought it was great. I thought Tibbs has done an exceptional job. I mean, a lot of people are killing him because he's playing guys. I don't know what people, I don't know what people want him to do, right? He doesn't have anybody to use. So he's got to use these guys to the best of his ability. He has to. But I love the fact that he went out on a limb, played Sims, played Burks because he had to, but he did well in his rotations. One thing Tibbs messed up on is he made a decision at the end of the game to go with offense as opposed to defense. I love Deuce at the point of attack, but we needed rebounds at the end, and that's where they were able to beat us in those last couple of minutes. Able to tip out balls and grab rebounds and get extra shots. That's where they beat us at the end. That's where you miss a guy like Precious Achua, able to get those rebounds, snatch those down, and that's where we're great at. And we didn't have any size out there. And that, to me, is the one decision that he made that was bad. He did not sub out Deuce for Precious Achua. That's the one thing. The other thing I thought that we messed up on, and Kevin Taylor, man, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through, rocking with LV Live tonight. 111-106 loss for them boys, but a gritty effort from them. Still 2-1 in the series. We are up. Another thing that I thought happened towards the end too, and this is where Brunson's got to kind of get better with, you know what I mean? Because he fell back into the trap again. DiVincenzo had it going tonight. You had to run more plays for him to get him open threes. You got to do that. And if it ain't there, then that's when you do you. But we should have really been looking because he kind of went missing in the fourth, but that's because Brunson was trying to cook, and I get it. But sometimes you got to be able to identify, all right, listen, this is the time now because he's got it going tonight. And I thought that Brunson did a great job of facilitating and getting him going. But if it's the fourth quarter and you notice how they're playing you, they're doubling you a lot, we got to look to set a screen for him to pop up so he can hit that three. Right? So I thought that was something that, Brunson should have did a little bit more towards the end of the game. I love that 3 hit right there at the corner. Onions. That boy's got. But I thought also, too, he made a big mistake at the end for the last shot. He should have swung it to Deuce at the top of the key or looked to step through for someone else because the three of them are coming to trap. So that's what you should have been looking for, to swing it. And I thought that he didn't do that. And so to me, that's where sometimes he's trying to force, and you can't go. It's okay, like people say he foul baits. They're not going to give you that call, man. Like he said, like they hit him on the arm for 3 dogs. They're not going to call that. They're not going to call that. You're on the road. They're not going to call that. They haven't given you anything all night. Everything he got, he had to earn. They were not giving him any gimmies. Carlisle made a complaint, and the league made an effort to try to make sure that it wasn't one-sided or whatever. So they went out their way to make sure that, okay, we're not giving any gimmies. And so that was a bad play by Brunson. He's got to identify how the refs are calling the game. So what you got to do is, if you don't have a shot, step through or even make a play with, listen, they're going to come triple me or double me. When I get it, I'm going to try for my shot. I'm going to step through, but someone pop out and look for the ball because I'm going to pass it to you, whoever it may be. That's what should have been the play, because they were going to double him. They're going to triple him. So he can't just be trying to force it. You know what I mean? And I thought that was a bad decision on his part. Like, bad decision. Like, sometimes, you know what I mean? Like, he's got to, in those moments, like, be sharper with that. But all in all, man, I thought, the whole team played great. It wasn't just him. The whole team played great. And, of course, top of the list was the flamethrower. He was huge. He carried the torch tonight. Kevin Taylor says, I thought Precious got kidnapped. Yeah, man, I don't know. Yo, Tibbs, he messed up on that, man. like, sometimes one thing about Tibbs, right? He can be extremely, extremely stubborn. And I think that he kind of got caught up in that because you got to identify the matchups. Precious was playing really, really well. He had his moments. In those moments like that, you got to match size with size. I thought Precious played really good defense on Siakam, right? And I loved how iHeart was playing Miles Turner. You have Josh Hart out there, you have Brunson, and you have the flamethrower. Look, we should have ended up with our starting lineup. I don't know why you kept Deuce out there. Now I don't know if it's because of you're afraid of someone going to the line and missing free throws. I don't know, but I'm not thinking that. I'm thinking we got to get on the glass. That should be the first thought process in that. You got to get on the glass. We can't sit back and just and that's what happened at the end of the game. And where our strength was, you kind of took that away. And believe it or not, that's where we missed OG Anunoby because he would have never did that. Deuce wouldn't have been in the game. OG Anunoby would have been in the game. He probably would have been able to get some defensive boards because that's where we kind of missed them at. You know what I mean? But all in all, man, I love the fight of the team tonight, man. I really did. You know what I mean? But that's who we are, right? So I expect the same type of effort in game 2, in game 3, game 4. But this is going to be the toughest game. This is going to be the toughest game. It's not even going to be the game in the Garden. I think the game in the Garden is going to be fine. I think we're going to be able to rally and win that one if we go up 3-1. This is going to be the toughest game. Game 4. This is going to be the toughest one because they know this game was tough. They just need to get it underneath their belt. So they might settle down, but game 4 is going to be tough because they know that how good the Knicks played tonight. So they're going to come out really, once again, guns blazing and really looking to try to get a victory because they know they cannot go down 3-1. They go down 3-1 coming back to the Garden, they're in trouble. And they already know that. And I thought the Knicks had every opportunity to win this game tonight. Every opportunity. So now it's okay. Let's get back to the drawing board. And let's go back and kind of get ready for game 4. Right. But I think that this is, this was a great learning experience, man, for a lot of people. And I think that, it's funny because, I'm going back as I'm getting quiet. I kind of got a little quiet, but I'm thinking about the game as I'm talking to you guys. And there was moments in the game that I wasn't worried at all. Like, even when we got down, like in the third quarter, started the third quarter, I wasn't worried, man, at all. Oh, Garris, man, true Knicks grind. Still proud of these Knicks. Yeah, man, proud of them boys. They played really well today. I wasn't worried. Like, I knew we were going to fight back. I knew we were going to make shots. I knew we were going to get stops. I'm gonna be guys. They're not a good team at all, man. They're terrible. They're not good. I'm telling you right now, if we have OG Anunoby and we have Randall, we might sweep these dudes. Because if we won tonight, we probably would have swept them. There's no way. They're not even close. Like, they're not good at all. It's just that we're shorthanded, so they're able to win on certain things because we're just trying to mix and match. And Tibbs just made to me, it's a bad decision, but I could see why he did it because he went for offense instead of defense. You know what I mean? I would have went for defense as far as rebounding and stuff. But I can't even get mad at him because dudes played well tonight. So it's tomato, man, right? You know what I mean? So I can't even really truly destroy Tibbs for that. What was our bench points? Guys, our bench points were pretty good, man. I want to say 24. 24. Deuce had 10. Burks had 14. So it's good production for those guys. But it was just certain times in the game, like in watching it, I just wasn't concerned because I loved how we were playing. DiVincenzo was playing out of his mind. So Sunday, if we keep the same intensity, we keep the same production. I love the rotations. Keep the same rotations, but I would just be mindful at the end. I think Brunson's going to play better. He had his, he's going to have some clunkers, man. But tonight, I don't really think he had no clunkers. I think he was getting fouled a lot, and they weren't calling. And because of that, he was kind of short on a couple of shots. He missed a couple of free throws. Right, it happens, man. So I'm not even mad at that. but I think he's going to be better Sunday. I do think that. Earl said, I think we got gassed at the end of the game. You know what, Earl? I think both teams were gassed at the end of the game. Um, I think both teams were gassed. Thought the Knicks played really well though, man. I didn't. The kid just hit a kid just hit a he hit a chuck of a shot, man. He couldn't hit he couldn't hit nothing all night. He just threw that up. Fats said, love this team, man. Can't ask for much more. Agreed, Fats. Agreed, man. Agreed. Listen, I truly love this team, man. I really do. And I love the fight tonight, man. It was beautiful. Beautiful. And I know deep inside, Indiana knows they stole one. They luckily stole one. And once again, I liked how the game was called, but to me, this was easily like a Rick call out thing because they weren't giving Brunson anything. I mean, nothing. He had to earn everything. They damn near had to knock his head off for him to get on the free throw line. Even that foul that they overturned and got a jump ball, even though we got the ball back because they wanted on tip ball, that was easily a foul. He was mauling Brunson at the top of the key, but they're not calling it. They letting it rock. And I'm like, yo, come on, man. You got to make a call. And so then after the fact, he's fumbling all around because he's getting fouled all over the place. Then you say, oh, you don't want to give the call. They don't want to give us anything. Oh, Garrett said they're playing Brunson very physical. I mean, come on, man. It's he's got to get the superstar treatment, man. He's got to. And I'm all about physical hoops. Like that's not a problem. I mean, I grew up playing that way. But a foul is a foul. Like if you're all over the guy like that, like come on, man. And then I see them. And so the problem is that you get confused as to how to play because even at one time, McConnell went baseline and Deuce bumped him a bit. They called a foul on Deuce. And Doris Burke doesn't want to give us any credit. Even she said, "Come on, man, that's a whole bunch of nothing." But that tells you that these refs didn't know what they were doing in a sense. It was very obvious, and I think that yeah. Brunson's got to start getting some calls, man. Right? But I don't think it was any calls that like are the reason why we lost the game. Like I don't think that's what it is. So I don't really want to lean on the officials. I just think during the course of the game, watching it, that Brunson's got to start getting some calls. Like going to he easily should have been into the line like 14 times tonight. 7 times is not enough. I mean, he's a superstar, so he's got to start getting that treatment. If he's getting fouled when he's trying to make moves, you got to give him that call, like because you understand they can't check him. The only way they could check him is they got to get physical with him and grab him and do all that other stuff, and that can't be allowed. Fat says Brunson stopped getting calls during the regular season, right? It's carrying on into the play. Yeah, it's insane, man. I don't know what that's all about. You know what I mean? Like the guy is clearly one of the better players in the league. So if he's making a move on someone and someone's just draped on over him, I mean, Nimhart had his forearm in the back of Brunson's neck. And I heard JJ Redick said, "Oh, that's a whole bunch of nothing. He just lost the ball." JJ, come on, man. Those guys are riding up his back of his neck, man. I mean, come on. He can't pause. He can't get up because that's why he's fumbling the ball. They're like all on his back. Oh, guys said we don't cry. We good. Exactly, man. You know what I'm saying? So I just thought that was my only thing with that. But at the same time, I saw a lot of play-ons. Just play on. You just got to pack it up. You know what I'm saying? Because there was a couple of times that I thought that we fouled and let it go, or they fouled and let it go. Like that's fine. Like you just got to. It's a play on. But there's certain things with Brunson that I'm just like, this is a clear, obvious foul. Like you got to call. Like they're bumping him. Like when he's dribbling the ball up, trying to get to a spot, and guys are just bumping him. They're just knocking him off his spot. That's a clear foul, man. Like I still got to be able to dribble the ball up. If you're just bumping me just to bump, like it makes no sense. Because so now it's like we're playing physical. Yeah, we're playing physical, but come on, man. You know what I mean? So a couple of times, even they actually gave him one when McConnell was like he's trying to get the ball, and McConnell's all over him, man. They gave him a call there. I'm like, yo, finally. Also, too, that block that Turner had on Josh Hartman, I think that was a goaltender. I think that was a goaltender. The ball hit the backboard first. It was quick. but the ball hit the backboard first, and he pulled it off the backboard and threw it off. He did it, Wilt Chamberlain. And a lot of things also too. I thought the refs, um, they weren't really they weren't really they weren't really trying to monitor things. I think they really kind of wanted this to kind of just be a flow, like a flowing game. They didn't want to take responsibility and let the game be on them. You know what I mean? So I think that's why they didn't call a lot of fouls. They kind of let it be what it was going to be so they can get up out of there. Right. That's what I kind of got a sense of. You know what I mean? So, but all in all, man, I think that this was a great like showing for the Knicks. Um, but I think Friday's going to be a tough. I mean, Sunday's going to be a tough one, and I think we could pull it out. I really truly do. Um, to touch on the OG Anunoby thing, I don't think he comes back. I think he might come back for the Boston series, maybe. Hamstrings are no joke, man. You know what I mean? So I think he's going to be out, um, probably like a couple weeks. So if the Knicks can get past these guys, I could see him maybe coming back, maybe like game 2 or game 3 of the Boston series if we make it that far, right? I could see that happening. Fat says subbing Burks from McBride was probably a bad decision, right? We got killed on offensive glass with a small out of the. You know, Fats. I said that earlier, right before you came in. That was the one bad decision I thought Tibbs made. Like, and Tibbs is listen, Tibbs is doing a pretty good job. Listen, like I said, we saw Jericho Sims sighting tonight. I thought that was great. Him going and pulling Sims and giving guys minutes. I thought that was fabulous. But he went for offense, Fats. And I thought that was a bad decision. You didn't need offense at that time. You needed defense and defensive rebounding. You need to get stops, and you have enough shot creators on the other side of the court to get shots up. And you have a facilitator at the top of the key in iHeart that was dropping dimes all over the place. So that's fine. And then what you could use Precious for is you could have him getting offensive rebounds. If someone misses a shot, him and iHeart banging and Josh Hart banging the backboard. Pause. LV's all over the place today. Sorry. They're crashing the backboards, and then they're able to get offensive rebounds to give us a second shot. So I thought that's where he made, and I think that's going to be an adjustment that he makes in game 4. I thought Precious should have played at least like 30 minutes tonight. I thought when he was in there, he played really, really well. He was getting a lot of offense, getting a couple of offensive rebounds. Let me look at him really quick. How many offensive rebounds he had? He had 4 offensive rebounds, man. 6 boards all together, 4 of them offensive. And if I'm correct, I think he might have had a couple of blocks too. How many blocks did he have? He had 3 blocks tonight, man. Precious had 3 blocks tonight. So I thought he should have been closing, right? So I think that was a bad decision by Tibbs. But once again, right, Tibbs has been doing a good job, man. So I can't, kill him. Just like Brunson kind of struggled this game, right? These guys have been good, man. So they're going to have sometimes a tough one at times. So they deserve that. Oh, Garrett said Hartstein's the East Coast Joker. Yeah, man. Yeah, he definitely is, man. Hey, listen, man. I've said it on my show, and I'm gonna say it again. I think the Knicks give him the money, and I think if they got to move off of Mitch, they got to move off of Mitch. And I love money making Mitch, I do, but I just think the team looks a way different offensively and defensively with him. He moves his feet better than Mitch. I think Mitch is about a 7'1". iHeart's 6'11", 7 feet, legit shot blocker, rebounder, passer, can score. He could do it all at the top of that key, boy. And I think you got to keep him. You got to keep him big time. You know what I'm saying? So we got to see what decision they make on that. But yeah, I like that. That said, I hope they keep these guys together. Yeah, man, I hope so too, man. But it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. You know what I mean? I would love to bring a guy like Precious Achiuwa back. I really like what he brings to the table, man. But I don't know. I don't know if Tibbs. I think Tibbs only values him if he needs him to play minutes. But I don't think Tibbs values him like what we see, right? You know what I mean? Like, I think my honest opinion, I think Tibbs looks at him in the same way he looks at Sims. I think he's interchangeable with those guys, right? And so to me, that's why I like, but once again, I thought Tibbs has done a great job this year, man. So you can't really find too much fault with that guy. Garrett says, what are your thoughts on Draymond talking smack about Fluke? You know what it is, man? It's a lot of Knicks hate out there, man. A lot of Knicks hate. Like, it's heavy. Like, even tonight, like watching the game, did Doris Burke say anything positive about the Knicks. The Knicks start going on a scoring streak. DiVincenzo is on fire. I'm hearing JJ Redick give us props. I hear nothing coming from her. She's from Long Island. You know what I'm saying? She's from the city. She ain't like she from the Midwest. She's from the city, man. She's from Long Island. So I don't know, man. I don't know if she deep inside she's a Knicks fan and doesn't want to come off too biased, I guess. But you got to give them props. She don't want to give them anything. All she does is look how well they're guarding Jalen Brunson. Look at this. Look at that. Like I'm like, yo, what's going on, man? Atlantic Line, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with the LV Live. Tough loss from boys, 111, 106. So Fats, man. They got issues with the Knicks, man. Then him saying it's a fluke. Where is he getting that from, man? The Knicks in the playoffs for 3 out of the last 4 years. 3 out of the last 4 years. We got 2 All-Stars that are going to be here. We got enough money to go land a whale this summer. We're going to, as Big Perk says, we're going to go big fish hunting this summer. Right? We have everybody basically coming back. So I'm all the way confused why he says this is going to be a fluke. That's just hate, man. That's just hate. He can't help himself. Atlantic Line says hard one, man, but we had to get a humbling loss sometimes. So, Atlantic Line, well said, sir. Well said. You know what? I totally agree with a humbling loss, but I love the grit and I love the fight that this team has. We don't go down laying down, man. That doesn't happen. We stand on ours, man. And they're lucky tonight. They're lucky. They was about to be down 3-0. I know everybody in that building, excuse my language, was shitting their pants. I'm telling you they were. Especially when Brunson hit that 3. I know they were nervous. And never had to be a hero and just chuck up a 3 and make it. So they won by the skin of their teeth, man. They truly, truly did. Yo, Tim, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with the LV Live today. Tonight, 111, 106. Tough loss for them boys. Still up 2-1 in the series. Oh, HBO, man. Harlem BX all day. You know that. Atlantic Line said Brunson got locked up for all 10. Atlantic Line, I didn't see that, man. I didn't see that at all. He missed a lot of shots that he usually makes. I think that the refs are letting those guys play physical with him. And they're not giving him no superstar calls. Like, there's certain times in the game I'm like, yeah, that's a foul, man. Like if he's dribbling the ball, he's dribbling up court, and he's trying to get to his spot, and they're just bumping him just to be bodying him, like for no reason. All he's doing is dribbling up the court, and they're just bumping him. That's a foul, man. He's not initiating the contact. They're initiating contact onto him. All he's trying to do is get down the court. That's a foul, man. That's a foul. You do that to Halliburton, they're gonna call that every time. Because you just can't just go and just that's what they're doing to him. So to me, it's all right. You know what I'm saying? You got to play through that. And us playing through that, we almost won tonight. But Sunday's going to be the day. Big Taz, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live tonight. 111, 106. Tough loss from boys. Flamethrower came to play, though. Flamethrower came through. Landline said, we weren't expecting no sweep, right? I'm happy for a split in Indy and come up 3-1 for Game 5. Agreed. Big Taz said, I'm not worried at all. Agreed, sir. Same here. We almost got them boys, and we short-handed, man. We had Big Sims out there. We had Big Sims and Burks out there. And we almost got them boys tonight, man. Landline said, I know we knocked down crazy clutch threes, but we gonna get done right. And them hard from a damn, come on, man. That was a chuck, man. Tim says, I'm proud of our guys tonight, right? I'm not even mad. We know, right? No OG playing, right? We won the game if we played a hell of a game and played right. Agreed. Oh, Garrett said he's humble, bad foot. Yeah, man, he's got a bad foot, man. Sorry, but everyone's hurt though, man. So I can't even him having a bad foot and stuff like that. I'm not going to use that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's hurt at this time of the year, man. Everybody is hurt. Look at Luka last night, man. I don't know, man, what's going on with his knee, his shin, whatever. Everybody's hurt. Everybody. It's the law of attrition, man. You got to fight through it. You got to fight through it. But and he is. Great minds think alike. Big Taz says the Pacers' days are numbered. You agreed, sir? Fat said agreed, man. Not upset at all, right? You play, yo, not at all, man. I'm not even mad, man. I'm really not. Like, kind of similar to what Tim said. Like, I said the same thing earlier, man. Rick Carlisle got his wish, right? They didn't call a whole bunch of calls and all this other stuff, all the stuff that he was crying about. It's okay. It was an evenly called game tonight. It was a couple calls I thought Brunson should have got because of superstar calls, but he didn't get it, and it's okay. And Brunson missed some shots. He missed some free throws. It happens. It's okay. Tibbs made a bad decision with subbing. It happens. It's okay. I don't think the guys are nervous. I don't think they're under pressure. Nothing. I think there's more pressure on Indiana's end because they know we're shorthanded, and I think they feel a lot of pressure. Trust and believe they do. That's the Celtics got blown out by the Cavs. Yeah, man. Listen, here's the thing with the Celtics, man. We blew them boys out earlier, right before the playoffs. Remember that? We blew them out by 30. If they're not hitting threes, man, they're a totally different team. Totally different team. And that's what I saw in the Cavs series. So that Cavs game looked very eerily similar to how we beat them. If they're not knocking down their threes, they're easily to get got, man. Easily to get got. And the thing with them and where it's dangerous with them is that Spider get going. Spider look like Brunson, man, out there, man. So if they're not knocking down threes, man, this could switch really, really quickly, man. Because remember, because the Cavs got people that can score. Garland can score, and Spider drop 50 on you. Big Taz said exactly, man. Rick Carlisle got all his calls, man. Now he can stop crying. Yeah, man, he's a crybaby, man. He's like out of control. I wonder what he's going to say tonight. I wish I wish I could hear him say tonight. If I was a reporter, I would say, all right, coach, good job, great win. Great win, coach. Okay, coach, tonight, right? I'm just curious, are you still going to send the league some foul calls that you thought weren't called tonight? Like, are you going to still send some more? Because I did see some calls that weren't made. Are you going to send them tonight, coach? Because you did win tonight, but I did still see some calls. Are you going to send them tonight, coach? Just curious. That's what I would do. He was, yo, who is this guy? Get him out of here. Oh, guys that played hard with bench players. Yes, we did, sir. The big Taz, my bad. Rick Cry loud. I apologize, sir. Tim said one thing about this team that is they don't quit right. Indiana should have blown us out right. They couldn't do it right. We in 5. The Garden OG will be back Sunday. I don't know about that, Tim. Tim, I think he's out until if we get to the second round. These hamstrings are no joke. I thought it was just a cramp. They said it was a strain. So it's grades of strains. I don't know if it's a grade 1, a grade 2, a grade 3. A grade 1, we could be back in like another week or two. Those hamstrings are no joke, man. No joke. They can last for months. That says Nertz and Carlisle look like cousins. Yeah, they do. Too crappy. Yeah, they are crybabies, man. Okay. Guys said we eye candy coming. They can't. What we eye candy they coming off season. I'm assuming you're saying what eye candy they come. Who we're gonna probably get this summer. Yo, man, I don't know, man. It's gonna be a lot of people that's gonna be available. The rumors out there about Devin Booker. I've been saying that for a long time on the LV Live show. I've been saying it for a long time. I said, listen, I think Devin Booker wants to be a Knick. I've been saying that all the time. I would not be surprised you see him in the blue and orange. I would not be surprised. But now that I think about it, I don't know if he would fit, right? For what it is that we like to do. Once again, you can get a star in here, but he's got to be able to come in and conform to what we do, man. This ain't like any other place. Right? So, yeah, it's the glitz and the glam, right? Everybody get caught up being in the Garden, right? But it's a lot of hard work that goes into that. And we're a lunch pail type of team. So a lot of dudes may not be with that, right? And the expectation is that you got to come with it. So the same thing, see Brunson, he get his hands dirty, see drawing charges and all that. You got to be willing to do the grunt work too. So Brunson does that. I told you who I think, the last piece of the Infinity Stone is. We get Mikal Bridges. If we can land him, the last piece of the Infinity Stone, we get him, the Knicks are going to the finals. The Knicks are going to be one of the better teams in the league, and I think the Knicks will be the best team in the East. We get him. You put him at the 2, OG at the 3, Randall at the 4, iHeart at the 5. You got Brunson at the top of the key. You got Josh Hart, DiVincenzo, Deuce. If we get rid of Mitch, we get another big. Maybe keep Precious Achiuwa coming off of that bench. The Knicks would be ferocious. Do you not understand what we will be, man? Especially defensively on the wing. Dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Big Task. Damn, I gotta look like I want Infinity Stone. Big Task, man. That's it's Marvel, man. It's Thanos, man. We watch Marvel movies. That's Thanos, man. The Infinity Gauntlet. Bridges is the guy. Yes, he is, sir. Yes, he is. We get him. That's big time. Big time. But listen, guys, look, once again, right? I love the fight with them boys. I really do. I know a lot of people want to be upset, but listen, man, you had to expect this, that we weren't going to get certain calls. You had to expect that this was going to happen today. The Knicks had to really fight through a lot of stuff. And with that being said, we still had the game in the palm of our hands. Literally, when did the kid hit the 3? Hit the 3 with about 30 seconds left. The Knicks, was a tie game, 106-106. He chucked the 3 from deep. And we should have got the offensive rebound, but they tipped it out. So all those little things is why we lost. That's okay. We got game 4. Once again, the pressure's not on us. The pressure's on them. We're up 2-1. It ain't like it's 1-2 them. They can't afford to go down 3-1 and going back to the Garden. They can't afford to do that at all. So to me, the pressure swings back to them. And they feel it, and they felt the pressure tonight. That's why they played the way they played. I don't think the pressure's on the Knicks. Not at all. Not at all. Because they're shorthanded. Orlando C, man. What's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. 111-106. Tough loss for them boys. Still up 2-1 in the series. Everyone has to crash the glass. Orlando C, agreed, man. Agreed. I do agree with that. But I said it earlier. Tibbs just made a bad decision not putting in Precious Achiuwa. Precious Achiuwa's got to play 30 minutes because he's got to match up with Siakam. Because when he matches up with Siakam, it leaves Hart flexibility to be able to float. He can't guard Siakam in that paint. And the reason why he can't guard him, Siakam's too long. Precious Achiuwa is the same size, if not bigger. I think Precious Achiuwa about 6'8", 6'9". Siakam's about 6'8". I think Precious Achiuwa a little bit bigger than him, maybe 6'9". So he can contest, and he can body with him, and he can crash the boards, and it gives Josh Hart the freedom to roam to get offensive rebounds like he does. So to me, that's the mistake that Tibbs made. He went for offense instead of defense. Tim says Tibbs is going to have them boys locked in on Sunday. Agreed, sir. Rondo, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live tonight. 111-106. Tough loss for them boys. Hard fought game. Yo, LV, I'm sorry I'm late, man. I was still vexed, man. Yeah, man. Yo, Rondo, man. You can't be vexed, man. You can't be vexed. Listen, it's the playoffs. So I thought it was an evenly called game. I'm being honest with you guys. I just thought that Brunson, he was getting like I don't want to even say body. He was just getting bullied all over. They're bumping him like crazy, and they're not giving him anything. They're not giving him no calls. The only call Brunson gets is if he's on the floor, they're going to knock his head off. You know what I'm saying? People try to say he foul baits. He doesn't foul bait at all, but he gets fouled a lot. So he got to get the superstar treatment. He has to. He's finished fifth in the MVP voting, man. He's gonna be probably either first or second team All NBA, and he's an All Star. So you got to give him that. Yeah, Siakam burned hard a few times, Fats. Yeah, he did. He's just taller than him, Fats. 6'8", 6'4", 6'5". It's a big difference, man. You know what I'm saying? So you extend your arms, you can't really block that. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much what happened. All right, but listen, guys. Listen, that's my show. Appreciate everybody coming through, rocking with LV Live today. Tough loss on them boys, 111, 106. We'll be back Sunday. I will do a live right after the show, so please come through and check that out, all right? I'm LV Live, and that's my show. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button, people. Also, too, if you're watching this on replay, all right, please leave comments. And also, too, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. All right, I'm LV Live, and that's my show, and I'm out of here, people. Peace.